Okay, I'm going to start to do this again. Okay, today is Tuesday, the 12th of November, 2019. It's about 11:35 a.m. right now here at Casa de Sassoon in Sassoon, California, which is about a 10 miles away from where this tape was made, obviously, from what I think, back in August 19th, 1980, by my dad. Uh, I've obviously had this tape for a while, uh, although I didn't just found it 10 years ago. I think it was less than 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, um, when we were moving out of Stonyford. Um, I've been waited for a while to get a stereo player that would play cassette tapes, and I was just gonna put in and play it on the tape, but there's a lot of things about this stereo that are messed up. One is that it plays cassette tapes, so that's good, that's cool, it'll do that. But it has no fast forward or no reverse. So when your tape runs out, when the audio part of your tape runs out, then to get to the end of the tape, you just have to let it play for however many minutes are there. If you got a one like this, 4 or 5 minutes on each side, and you only got like 20 minutes, so you gotta wait for 20 minutes as the truck goes by outside. So there's what's on that one. And I was going to just put the tape in and play it, except for the little, break in there, because these are at the end. I've already listened to them, already done that. Uh, uh, a few while, because I had this stereo for probably for about a year and a half. About, I just didn't have where I could set up, because when I did do the played it back. I said, "Oh yeah, I can listen to it," and then I can actually record on CDs. Try to grab this up, messing it up, because that's another problem with it. I think I put a fingerprint or something on this last time. Well, I was going to do that just a few minutes ago, an hour ago today, to redo this, because I've already did this. I already did these, record this. Um, but I did it yesterday, in Veterans Day, and but the camera, or as he calls the phone, which is a Galaxy Note 8. Um, actually, was turning the picture sideways, because I have it set here so that we'll have Dad on the left and the CD, the stereo on the right, uh, the Eagle at the bottom. And I have that set up there, and it would turn them. I would auto, we call that tilt. Oh, can't remember what they call that. And it would turn it automatically. So when I tested it, because there's actually 2 test videos on my YouTube page, and you can see there's one sideways. You can't, you got to turn your head sideways in order to see it. So I'm trying to do this again with just never re-record them. But also I noticed that some of the things on here, basically, there's a lot more on side 1, which is all about the Leach family and talking and over, which is good. Got good information, good to listen to my uncles and aunts when they were like young. My aunts were like 5-6 years old, and my uncle, I think the Uncle Russell did a lot of the talking narrative. He's probably he was what, 17, something like that, 16, 17. I don't know. Figure it out on April 22nd, 1964. How old was Uncle Russell, basically? But mainly what I wanted to do, because yesterday was the Veterans Day, November 11th, and tomorrow is November 13th, which is Dad's Day, because that's the day that we lost Dad to cancer in 2001. And so that's his day. Actually, coming up with a 9, it'll be 18 years coming up tomorrow. It's also my sister, Teresa, who's on here. It's her birthday. And it's also, I believe it's my Aunt Cynthia's birthday. So there's that. I'm having a whole bunch of problems with this trying to get this video done, and getting this put on my YouTube page so I can actually share the audio, this tape, to my family, especially my sister on her birthday tomorrow. I even did this like I said, I don't know, I said an hour ago. It was about an hour ago. It was 10:40. I was in 11:40, and got through this, and the CD, the disc had something on it and wasn't working. So I tested it. It was working. We'll try it again, see if it works. Okay. Now what this is going to do is, because the CD, the software, it just randomly put on, or did not go from side A, side B. I put the tape in there, put a recording, did the thing, like it's supposed to be done, and it just, put what our audio it captured off the desk, off the tape. Um, which I know again, this it looks like a good thing to have. I mean, it's been good, really good as a radio, really good as a uh, record player. Um, it does really good for playing regular CDs back. I mean, it does very good. Just when it came down to things that I needed it to do, it's not working. And even like I said, I did this. I've got this already done. I did it yesterday, and there's like 3 files recording of everything on here, but it said it's actually sideways. Um, but it's on it's on on the cloud. I would say it'd be my Samsung cloud or what, yeah, something like that. I have it on my phone. It's backed up. It's just that it's sideways. So this is actually trying to get this on there. So what I'm going to do is do it again. Go ahead and hit play. I'll play through the tracks, and I'll probably talk a little bit through it and try to get and hopefully it'll won't run into problems like we did last time. This is track 1.
We had to display some of. Everybody had to have a project.
I'm not sure who it is who's talking, but it's from side 1.
Vacation, I went down to Walters. He's okay. He's gonna get married on July the 11th this year, and had a good time down there. The name of my science project is Shadows in the Heavens. And we have a 4-page report, and it tells about 3 kinds of solar eclipses, more about solar eclipses. One of the posters I have is degrees of darkness in eclipses, and the 3 degrees is umbra, 10 umbra, and the negative shadow. And
Track 2.
I have a solar eclipse I did come out of space, and it shows this, and it doesn't have any, not much explaining on it. And some of that was drawn freehand.
Track 3.
Yes, you two always have something going together.
This is my dad.
Yes.
And Teresa.
Who is your other uncles? Uncle. Who we've been talking about down in Bakersfield? Yeah. They got a garden. With Megan, the dog. Uncle who?
Uncle John.
Okay, say hello to Uncle John.
Hello, Uncle John.
And your other uncle? Is there any other uncle?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Let him hear our kiss.
Oh, you kiss me then. Okay, now, that was all the uncles, wasn't it? Uncle
Yes.
Walter, Uncle Russell, Uncle... You forgot one.
What?
Yeah, you forgot one. He lives back east in Boston someplace. What's his name? He plays the piano. Uncle who? Uncle
I don't know.
Lee.
Uncle Lee.
Say Lee.
Lee.
Uncle Lee.
Uncle Lee.
Say hello, Uncle Lee.
Hello, Uncle Lee.
Okay, now those are all, well, now, on down the line here, you got Uncle John, of course, and Uncle Roy. Okay, now, who are your aunts? Aunt
Doreen and Cynthia.
Aunt Cynthia, that's right.
And my mom got, that's all her
to on the tape earlier today. Who were those boys and girls that were on the tape that you were listening to? Do you remember?
So 4.
Who was that singing up and down in my little red wagon? Who was that? Huh?
Teresa's sisters.
Teresa's sisters? No. And who was the man talking on the tape?
John.
No, that was your Uncle Russell. That was your Uncle Russell, and then there was John and Roy and Lee. You see? And who were the girls there singing?
Don't breathe. It was my mother's sisters.
It was your Aunt Doreen and your Aunt Cynthia. Your age, or a little bit older.
Yes, they. So I know the song with them.
All right, let's hear you say it. Let's hear you sing it if you know it. You don't remember.
But I wanted to have that music on with this.
Well, maybe sometime. Looks like we're coming almost to the end of the tape here, and I won't be able to get Lawrence on it, it looks like. I want to get him on there for a little bit. Let me stop it here and see. Well, we won't have much time here to get Lawrence on the tape. We'll get Teresa's mommy and Lawrence on there later on another tape and get it off to whomever. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
You and I are having fun here anyhow, huh?
Yeah.
You like to listen to all this, huh?
Yes, because it's fun.
Well, anyhow, I'm just biding my time here till the tape ends, like Russell said there. There it goes bye-bye, or something like that. Maybe I can get Teresa here to say something else. I don't know what. Can you think of anything before the tape goes out?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was all right. A good bye-bye. Well, anyhow, I hope everybody appreciates this tape. By everybody, I mean through Grandma Leach. She can do what she wants with it. I purposely recorded this for her and possibly for her birthday. Here goes. Bye.
I don't think there was anything on track 9. Track 10 is a very long
And
audio
bought the vines.
of the
They're about 1 foot in length. They've grown that far in about 2 weeks. So
Paul Leach's.
I'm the master of ceremonies for this little project here. The tape recorder we got is from the neighbors.
When I say long, it's
It
like
worked for our high
3
fidelity,
minutes.
so it says anyway. And it's got a little meter on there to tell you how many located.
You just gotta be a little old fat pot-bellied man.
There's Grandma.
Now,
Like I said, I've got these already recorded on the phone. It's just, the picture is, sideways. And it's another long track. So just keep moving on. It's number 11. There's number 12.
Background, you know what it sounds like when you speed it up. Russell thinks that's real cute. But he gets all fussed up too. Even Lee can't remember what he wanted to say to you. We were rather disappointed. I shouldn't say this really, I guess, but we thought we'd hear more of Irene. So maybe I should.
13.
Sang in high school, and maybe if you listen closely, you might catch a little harmony.
even if I listen to this again, like for I don't know how many times I listen to this is the only way I have to share this, and I don't know. I'd like to let you know that you're watching this now that I do have on my phone. I do have the CD. I do have the tape. I do have a way to listen to this all the way through for those who are interested um, until I find another way to be able to put out there on social media, basically, which is not very social, anyhow.
And you might remember a little bit back there. It's this evening prayer.
At 13, 14.
You could judge on it and tell how good it was.
This is all basically to this tape was for Dad and for people, Teresa, and because he's on here to hear herself and hear Dad, and but yeah, this is very good information. Good to listen to the Leeches, you know. Okay, this is 14.
What you heard before.
I think it's 15.
This is Douglas. What you have just heard was a letter taped by Irene's family and sent out to Irene and I in April of '64. At the beginning of the tape, Russell had mentioned that it was the 22nd of April on a Sunday. There was a lot more on that tape that was taken off at one time. And that little bit I mentioned about the date was taken off when I attached the leader. So, at least we heard it, and we got it back on recording. Sometime after Lawrence's birth, his coming into the world, 22nd of March, 1964, back in Arkansas. We were living in our new mobile home in a trailer park off of 300 Taylor Street in Jacksonville, Arkansas. I was stationed at Little Rock Air Force Base at the time. Well, I'd gotten a tape recorder and I had a toy to play with, and I thought it would be a nice little thing if we started out with a little voice letter. Unfortunately, what Irene and I had put on was erased and taped over by the return letter by her family. Well, they weren't the only ones. On the other side of the same tape, my folks had also made a recording and sent it back as a return letter. Now, today, it is August the 19th, 1980, which is on a Tuesday. It was just last Sunday that I found this tape in our storage. I've been going through all the storage, trying to purge everything out and make room for other things, other plans around this house. Apparently we're going to be staying here for a while. So, this is what's been going on. Also a lot of photographs, getting the photo albums up to date and what all. But regardless of that, the tape is what we're concerned about here. I have some recordings of Lawrence when he was a baby. We're not quite sure of the dates. He was laughing and he was saying some words, so he was much older than when this tape was recorded back in '60. But I'll try to add those on here pretty quick. Okay, I think I've got these other tapes lined up now. There's a couple of old recordings of Lawrence. We're not sure of the dates. But the first one is when he was first learning to talk. Now, I don't know how old they have to be for that. You have to check with Irene, or you can figure it out for yourself. But we must have been in California, I believe, anyhow. And I was messing around with a tape recorder again. And as you can tell, it's not a very good recorder. It's got a lot of hum, a lot of noise in it. So we'll give it a whirl here and see what it sounds like.
Oh. Say hello. Oh. Oh. All right, say hello in here. Hello. Hi. So Daddy, you say hi. Hi.
Okay, then say
Where's
hi.
Daddy? Where's Daddy? Hi. Hi. Say Daddy. Hi.
Say daddy. Daddy.
Hi. Say hi in there. Hi. Say hi. Say hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy.
Hi. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Mama.
Thank you, Mama. Hi. 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 Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Where's the kitty?
Where's the kitty kitty? Where's the kitty kitty? Where's the kitty kitty?
Kitty, kitty.
Kitty kitty? Where's the kitty kitty?
Kitty.
Kitty kitty?
Where's Nipper?
Pepper.
Nipper.
Call her for Nipper.
Where's Nipper?
Pepper.
Nipper.
Say here, kitty.
Hey, kitty kitty kitty.
Daddy.
Hey, kitty kitty kitty.
Where's your train?
Where's the train? Choo-choo train. Listen, we get choo-choo train. Choo-choo train. Choo-choo train. Choo-choo train.
Truck. Where did your truck go?
There's a truck. There's a truck. Say truck. Truck. Say truck.
Like that.
Truck.
Like that.
Where's Mama's stove?
Where's Mama's nose?
Truck. Truck. Truck.
Where's Mama's nose? Mama's nose is running. There's anything for Mama's nose. No? Where's Mama's nose? No?
Truck.
Huh?
Where's Daddy's nose?
Truck.
Yeah, where's the tractor?
Tractor.
Tractor. Tractor? What tractor? Grandpa tractor. Grandpa's tractor. Tractor? Where's the light?
Well, as you can tell from that little bit, he was pretty well on his own, getting his own words. I think he picked them up with the relatives. I noticed that he mentioned Nipper, which is Mom and Dad's little black dog they used to have, and Grandpa's tractor down in Madeira. So So I gather it was during the time that we lived out here in Vacaville in our mobile home that we moved out here from Little Rock and set it up over here at Lee's Trailer Park. Now this next little bit was taken of Lawrence laughing with another little baby in North Dakota while I was stationed at Minot Air Force Base. The other little boy or baby that was with him, his name was Craig. I picked that up on the tape in there a little bit, and his older sister. Now, Craig was adopted by their parents, and he's a Canadian baby. And the two of them, I guess, were there at the house, and Irene was playing with the tape. I don't know. And this is what it sounds like.
Daddy? Talk to Daddy. Talk to Daddy. Bob. Sound like a bear? Okay. Craig, want to say something? Laugh and do it, Lauren. What does the bear say?
Well, as you can see, or as you heard, I should say, Lawrence was about 1 year old on the first recording, and he was about 2 years old on the second recording. Like I said, we're not sure about the dates, but anyhow, there they are. What I'm going to try and do next is get Teresa on this recording at this time and date. So as soon as we get ourselves straightened around, organized with something to say or do or sing, and I'm sure she's forgotten a few of those that she had during kindergarten, we'll try to get her to say something here. Okay, I got Teresa here. We haven't really prepared too much, but maybe we can get her to say something. All right, now, tell them your name and how old you are and what grade you're in.
I'm Teresa Ramirez. I live in Vacaville and Drive.
How old are you?
5 years old.
And what grade are you going to be in next year?
First grade.
Okay. Now, what songs did you learn in kindergarten?
I done something, but I learned it's something, but
Do you remember some of the songs that you sang? Well, what's the name of the first one? remember the first song?
No. But I can listen to something else and I can listen it and a lot of times I always listen to my songs. Teacher tells me, and I know all my songs, but I don't know them now. But next time I will know them, and then I will be in the first grade, and then I will come then to first grade. Then I won't do anything, but I was gonna go somewhere, but my mom didn't let me to. But I really do not really know, and I like this. And when you always do this, is greatest when you always do this. It's great because always do that every time when April comes over.
Now, who is April?
Across the street, that's where it lives, but you know who April is?
No, who is April?
She met me today, and now I can see what she knows, and she comes over every time, and I always get up and eat breakfast. She knocks on the door. I get it, my dad gets it.
That's right, you're not supposed to answer the door, are you?
No.
How old is April?
About 4 years old.
And she lives straight across the street.
Yes.
What do you play?
We play die, we play everything that we want to play with.
You play on the tricycle?
Yes. Every time when it's morning time, we play on those tricycles.
And who else lives over there with April?
Her mom and dad and her brother.
Her mom, her dad, and her brother. What is her brother's name?
Brian.
And what is the mommy and daddy's last name? Gotcha, huh?
Daddy, I don't know.
Well, okay, maybe you're not supposed to know everything. But you forgot your songs too, huh?